Hi, my name is John. I'm an automation engineer, and I want to teach you a couple things on how to use tines. In this video, I want to talk about how to configure tines to handle any API rate limits or any error codes that an API might return to you. APIs usually implement this logic to limit the number of requests that can happen in a certain time period or the amount of data that they send back to a client. Let's check it out. Jumping into my story, I'm going to review two different methods for handling API rate limiting because it comes in so many different shapes and sizes across so many different APIs. The first method that I'm going to cover is handling HTTP status code 429. HTTP status code 429 means you're making two-way requests. Back off a little bit. In order to get that status code, I'm also going to use the service HTTP bin, which allows me to ask for a specific status code to be returned to me. So if I go to my action, request HTTP bin, I'm going to ask HTTP bin for status code 429. And then I want to configure tines to react to status code 429 and make another attempt to the API when I receive that. So if I go to those options, I can select the option for retry on status. Retry on status will give me a range of status codes, numbers, to retry the same request again when I receive that. So by just setting this, I can go to run. I'm going to receive a log that says HTTP status code 429 was returned to me. And before long, I'm going to have another request made to HTTP bin, and unfortunately another failed request to say that it returned HTTP status code 429 again, but that's to be expected. And there it is. So it will keep retrying. It is an exponential backoff. So it'll try in 1 second, and then in 5 seconds, and then in 15 seconds, and then eventually it will end up failing, but at least we've tried. For the other example, I want to talk about how to delay events and times so that you're not making a bunch of requests to an API at a single time. In this example, I have a list of domains that I want to analyze in a service like VirusTotal. So what I have here is I want to break out this array into individual items and then send them to VirusTotal, but I want to stagger it for every 5, 10, and 15 seconds. In order to do that, I'm going to drag on a new action. This is going to be an explode action. Explode domains. It's going to go to each individual domain. And we'll look these up. The path that I want to do is domains to analyze dot values. All right. So if I run this, I'm going to get one event out of domains to analyze, and then I'm going to break each of those domains into individual items. So now I have an event that is just evil.course. What I want to bring attention to here is that we can use the size and the index values of this array in a multiplication strategy so that we can times that number by the number of seconds that we want to delay the event. So I'm going to drag on another action, link it up, and name this one delay event. This mode is going to be delay. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a dynamic value, explode domains dot index. So we have an index of 4 here, and I want to actually times that by 5. And so I'm going to use the function times. So that when I have a array item index of 4, I'm going to times that by 5 and then delay this resulting event by 20 seconds. So let me save that. Now I can link this up with search URL and VirusTotal. I'm going to say, I'm going to search for the resource explode domains dot domain. All right, let's see this in action. If I run domains to analyze this time, I'm going to break it into another 5. So I'm at 10 total, and I'm going to delay the event. The first event went through because it would be times by 0. The second one waited 5 seconds, This next event waited 10 seconds, and the following, and the following. And now I'm staggering my request to VirusTotal in a very efficient manner. That's 2 ways to implement rate limiting in Tines. And that's it for this video. Feel free to check out some of our other ones for some more tips. See ya!